I didn't want to interrupt that guitar solo. How is everybody doing tonight? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let's see. I am coming through loud and clear. All right, cool. All right, we're coming through loud and clear. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see who's with me here so far. We got Lou Mail, Saturn Video, Eddie Wind, Geriatric Geek. Hey, how are you doing? From Las Vegas. Nice. We got Joe Reese. We got Swaggy, the Hatch family, Jeffrey. Got Christian here hanging out. Rocking his 2 new tunes, of course. There's Dave. 100. There's Antonis. Ross. Gustavo. I like that name. Gustavo. Got Dylan, CJM, Joe Bob, Usu, RJ Skarinki, Olivia. How you doing tonight, Olivia? We got Alex Bacon. What's going on, Alex? How you doing, sir? Ben Grimm, how are you? Punisher Batman fan, how's it going? My newest song is off for mastering right now. I think you'll dig it, Piers. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Looking forward to checking it out. Now the Invisible. Like I could see that in like a. I could hear that song in like a romantic kind of movie. Like I picture 2 people like running toward like a, where you board the airplane. And, the plane's about to take off and they're yelling, stop. And then they get to, where they're just about to board the airplane. But the guy is having to leave the girl. And they have one last moment where they embrace. And then he has to go off. And she watches through the window as the plane takes off. And he watches through the window as the airport gets smaller and smaller in the distance. That's actually kind of sad. But everything that happened in the movie up to that point would be happy, I think. So just a bummer ending, that's all. Just a bummer ending. But they'll meet again. They'll get together again. Don't worry about it. In this crazy movie that I just came up with. Horror Collector 87. Hey, Piz, long time subscriber, first time posting a comment. Always great to watch your live streams. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for being a subscriber for so long. And, let your voice be heard. I'm trying this Q&A thing here. I've not noticed that before, but is that working? Yeah, actually it is. There's some questions there. I'll come back to those, but if there's anybody have any questions? Manuel Villarreal, thank you for the $5 super chat. Help a relative newcomer out with the origin of the name pizowell. It's just a play on my last name back in the day when I was in high school. Everything was, they put is with everything, like the shiznit. And so it was some guys on the baseball team was like pizowell. So I don't know, for some reason it just kind of stuck, I guess. But not very exciting a backstory there. Although my nickname, I had another nickname, just JP. That was my nickname in high school too. So Piz drew me away from NFL playoff football. Long live PWO. I don't keep up with the NFL. I don't keep up with any sports anymore, to be honest. How far are we into the playoffs? But Manny, again, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Let me give you a celebratory shot here for you, my friends, of the good doctor. Got the good doctor chilled here, ready to go. Cheers to you, sir. Thank you very much. And cheers to everybody hanging out with me tonight on this Sunday night. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. The doctor always hits the spot. That sounded a little weird. Good stuff. Movie fan, as a matter of fact, Jeremy and I are going to do a video on Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I managed to get a couple of bottles of that the other day. So we're going to be doing a Mountain Dew Pitch Black review video very soon. I'm looking forward to checking that out. I missed it the first time it was out. So I'm excited about tasting it. I've heard good things. I've heard it's really good. What's up, PlayStation 9? How you doing, sir? Did anybody take advantage of there was a third-party seller on Amazon just tonight, and they had so much stuff listed, like Scream Factory 4Ks, like 4K sets, Blu-ray sets, like some stuff even out of print for like $14. Now I don't know if it's going to work out. It was on Amazon, right? So I mean, it's legit. Horror or man, thank you. Or horror or ma. Horror ma. Horror Orman, thank you very much for the $2 super chat, man. Cheers to you. I appreciate that very much. That's a good question, Ryan. Jeremy should have been in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black WWE Royal Rumble. He should have. Hollywood Jeremy would have come down there and cleaned house. He would have been hitting people with DDTs and leg drops and, flying elbows off the top rope, and you know what I mean? He'd cleaned house quickly. But there was a third-party seller on Amazon tonight who had an enormous amount of stuff listed for like $14. Like the Halloween 4K set for $14. Now that went really quick. And but other stuff, and I don't know, I bought some stuff. I hope it goes through. It was on Amazon, but did anybody else notice that? I know some people were posting about it on social media. But it was, yeah. People Under the Stairs 4K. I saw that. What's up, Joe Boo? Scratch Burno, how's it going? Yeah, I looked at the reviews from that third-party seller too, and they were a bit sketchy. But it's Amazon, and Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. Let me check my email. Let's see if anything's been canceled or if. No, actually. Oh crap! I've actually got a couple of shipping confirmations. Have those things shipped already? I mean, I think what I think some of these, yeah, some of these have already shipped. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It seemed too good to be true, but we'll see. The Chia Michael needs Rogaine. It does. It really does need Rogaine. I think that's. I mean, that's on me. I just didn't spread out the seeds well enough. I just didn't spread out the seeds thoroughly, and not enough coverage. So the Chia Michael head is a little patchy. That's on me though. But where it's growing, it's growing. I mean, where it's growing good. Someone on Reddit looked up his address and it's a UPS store. I don't know. See, what I figured was like maybe this is somebody who owned like a Grindhouse video type store, and he had a bunch of just a bunch of stuff he couldn't sell, and there's no guarantee that Scream Factory or some of these other companies will take back the overstock, so he's just stuck with all this overstock, and or maybe the place is going out of business and it's a fire sale. I don't know. We'll see what happens. According to Amazon, some of it's already shipped. So let me just double check, and yep, some of it's already shipped. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. You'll get extra greasy cases with cardboard discs. I certainly hope not. What did I get? I got actually, let's look and see. I got the new Company of Wolves 4K for $14. I got the Carrie limited edition 4K steelbook for $14. I got Army of Darkness 4K for $14. I got the Missing in Action Kino Lorber trilogy for $14. The Paranormal Activity, the Ultimate Chills collection for $14. The Reservoir Dogs 4K steelbook. Black Christmas 4K Universal Classics. And the Bram Stoker's Dracula 4K steelbook. All of them for $14. Can't beat that. No, I didn't. I've not ordered the From Beyond 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. Sure haven't. He was selling the $400 Rolling Stones vinyl set for $14. See, I'm not sure about the music stuff, but I know he had some rare and some out of print. Like he had that Godzilla Criterion 4K. And that thing's long out of print, but $14 for that. So I mean, if people, I know a lot of that stuff was going really quick. So a lot of resellers, I'm sure. So the game tonight will determine who the Eagles will play in the Super Bowl. Okay, so it's the AFC Championship. Who's in the AFC Championship tonight? Am I going to see Renfield? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, let me check this Q&A thingy here. Dalton wants to know, what are you looking forward to more, Arrows, Lover's Lane, or Naked Lunch 4K? Which is your favorite Cronenberg movie? Honestly, I'm looking more forward to Lover's Lane. I've always had a soft spot for that slasher. So I'm more excited for it than I am Naked Lunch. Alex Bacon says, who has been your favorite hockey mask creators, i.e. Crash Creations? Or I really only know a couple. Crash is really good. Cursed Camp is really good. Oz is really good. Outside of that, I really don't know. Those are the only like big three that I know. And I own masks from all three of them. So, I mean, I know they're good. Why is it always up to Jeremy what you guys eat for dinner? Asks Antonis. Because Jeremy is spoiled and he gets whatever he wants. Here's something from Christian. In all seriousness, do you think... Oh, let's see. I can select the question? How does that work? Oh, okay. I can select it so everybody can see it. In all seriousness, do you think this newfound friendship with Corey Feldman and Jordan Peele led to new big run for Feldman in a Peele movie? I had no idea. Feldman and Jordan Peele are buddies? When did this happen? When did this happen? I've got to look this up here. Corey Feldman and Jordan Peele. Corey Feldman in New York with Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele bought the prosthetic ear Corey Feldman wore. Okay. Oh, it's Stand By Me. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe Jordan Peele will do for Corey Feldman what Quentin Tarantino did for John Travolta. I mean, who's ready for a Corey Feldman resurgence? I say go. Good. It's time for a Corey Feldman resurgence. The world needs a Chia Pet version of Corey Cunningham. True. Kevin Dudley says, what is your opinion on Best Buy price gouging some of their 4K titles like Halloween Ends, increasing to $44.99? Ugh. I liked Halloween Ends, but I'm not going to pay $44.99 for a 4K, that's for sure. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what they're thinking. That's just a regular 4K. That's not even like a really nice edition. That's the same one I've got around here somewhere, right? Or is it like a fancy steelbook or something? I guess if it's like a fancy steelbook or, some limited edition Best Buy exclusive, yeah, they could get away with that price for certain people. But, Can we expect more Jeremy Time videos in 2023 as well as more fast food Jeremy Time videos? The problem with the fast food videos is we've covered just about every fast food place around us. Some of them a couple of times. We do have a Moe's near us now that Jeremy and I just burn up. We're eating at Moe's like at least a couple of times a week. But that would be a very messy video to do like in the car. We might try it. It might be entertaining to it might be entertaining to you all watching to see us getting extremely messy with those things. But yeah, we've pretty much wore out all of the fast food places around here. Black Adam 4K costs $50. Good luck selling that one. And you are a good mask creator. Thank you, Alex. I try my best. I do try my best. Region Free is on an extended hiatus. Drum Smash 88, happy Sunday. How are you? Moe's doesn't just have burritos. They have big, giant burritos that you can prepare or have prepared however you want them. So you want it loaded with, whatever meat you want, rice, beans, cheese, different kinds of cheeses, pico, corn pico, queso, just unlimited options. And they're so good. So good. Kansas City versus Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, I know some buddies of mine who are probably watching that game and chewing their fingernails. Who's winning? Let me look it up here. They're big Bengals fans. Oh, it's time. Ooh, 2020 in the fourth quarter with 9:30 to go. Yikes. My buddies are chewing their fingernails off right now.
You are one scared cat. They call me Reggie the Reckless.
Thank you, Future Dead Camper, for being a member of Demon's Outhouse for 5 months. Thank you very much. Been an awesome 5 months here in Demon's Outhouse. Well, I'm glad you've made it. You've made a home out of Demon's Outhouse. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. And speaking of physical media, I just happen to have some new physical media here that we can open up. So this is a piece of physical media linked to a bloodstream that I did not long ago. So some of you might know what I'm talking about. And I think you can tell by the size of the box. It's probably not a Blu-ray or a 4K. Something a little bit bigger. Quite a bit heavier as well. All right. So first it comes with a Valentine's card. It's even though it's not even February yet, I got a Valentine card. Isn't that sweet? Let's see who sent me a Valentine card. Do I have a secret admirer out there? Come on. How sweet. How sweet. Oh, there's actually another envelope with something in it. Wow. It says, it's an autograph by My Bloody Valentine director George Maholka and author of the My Bloody Valentine novelization, Armando Munez. So that's cool. I had both of them on my channel not long ago to talk about My Bloody Valentine and, of course, the My Bloody Valentine novelization, which I now have here. And, this is beautiful. I got to do this, though. I got to do this. Love the smell of a new book. Almost as much as I love the smell of brand new physical media. But this is the novelization of My Bloody Valentine, based off of the original screenplay, which had a lot more in it than we saw in the movie. So, yeah, I'm excited to check it out. And I got a My Bloody Valentine bookmark with it. How cool is that? Jobu says, I might watch The Thing later. Perfect night since it's 1 degree outside right now. Goodness gracious, where do you live, Jobu? Goodness. But yeah, this is a beautiful looking book. The dust cover is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Got a foreword by George Mahalka. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. But Future Dead Camper, I think you deserve a shot of the good doctor for 5 months of being a channel member and hanging out in Demon's Outhouse for 5 months. That had to... It's a smelly place, but cheers to you. You live in Colorado. Okay. Yeah, I heard that we're supposed to get some bad weather here in Kentucky. There's a cold front coming down from Canada. That's probably what's hitting you for that 1 degree weather, or negative 1 degree, Jobu. And it's going to be hitting a hot front that's coming in from the south. And so where the two collide is like right over Kentucky. So there's going to, if the weather doesn't change, there's going to be some interesting weather in Kentucky here soon. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but we'll see. The book is out of print now. It was available. It was available online for a while, but it's out of print now. And Dalton, I agree. I would love a nice release for the My Bloody Valentine remake. Absolutely. I think it's long overdue. It's raining and gross in Tennessee. I'm over it. Yeah, it was that kind of day here in Kentucky too. It was that kind of day here in Kentucky. Rainy, dreary, just gross. Let's see. See what else we got going on in the Q&A. Am I watching The Last of Us? Asks Manuel. Nope, I'm not watching that. I'm sure it's good. I'll get around to it. I just finished the last season of Cobra Kai, literally, a couple of nights ago. So I'm really slow when it comes to catching up with like series and stuff. What's my thoughts on the new Scream Factory announcements? Asks Horror Collector 87. The only one I'm aware of is Children Under the Stairs. Have there been other Scream Factory announcements recently? As a matter of fact, I have a new Scream Factory release right here. So why don't we go ahead and open it? When does the Mutilator 2 4K come out? Hopefully soon. Buddy's got 3 different distributors interested. One of them's Arrow. So hopefully before too much longer, we'll get Mutilated yet again. But I picked this up. This was just recently, this was just posted the other day. It is a Scream Factory double feature, couple of Roger Corman flicks, Dance of the Damned and Dance with Death. And I bought this for Dance of the Damned, which is a really good movie. It's been it's not been available really up until this point. So I was excited when I saw that it was getting a Blu-ray, and I picked it up immediately. It's directed by Kat Shea, and I think she's a really talented filmmaker. And I have good memories of Dance of the Damned. So, haven't seen Dance with Death. Although the artwork for it is rather fetching, let's just say. It bodes well. It bodes well. In order to investigate a serial killer stalking the dancers at a strip club, that's like 90% of Corman's movies from the late 80s and early 90s, a society reporter must go in the darkest places her journalistic career has ever taken her. Wow. And that's it. That's the plot. That's the whole plot for this movie. But that tells you everything you need to know. Serial killer stalking dancers at a strip joint. That's literally, there were so many Corman movies, Corman produced movies of the late 80s and early 90s with like that exact plot. But, yeah. Hey, Donald, how's it going, man? The car's good. I had to, luckily there was no major damage. I was afraid there might be some damage to the rim, but, the rim is good. I just, went ahead and bought 4 brand new tires, and, other than that, all is good. I mean, it could have been a much worse situation. But, I was lucky. Didn't see anything new on their website. And I'm not a huge fan of Children Under the Stairs. Or, I'm sorry, The People Under the Stairs, not the Children Under the Stairs. The People Under the Stairs. Never been a big fan of that movie. Let's see. Let's go to Scream Factory's website. See if there's anything else. Oh, well, Dead Silence 4K. Dr. Giggles. That was an immediate pre-order. Dead Silence 4K. I like Dead Silence, but I don't need it on 4K. I love The Exorcist 3, but I don't need it on 4K. The Summer Party Massacre 1 and 2 double feature on 4K. I'm really upset that they didn't include part 3. If they had all 3 of them on there, I probably would have got it. But it's unfortunate. Of course, Bubba Hotep. I love Bubba Hotep, but don't know if I need it on 4K. I might pick up the Dawn of the Dead Collector's Edition on 4K. I don't know. Maybe. There's Ken in the chat. What's up, Ken? Mid-level media. How are you doing tonight? Do you have hope Crystal Lake, the streaming series, will be good? I mean, I think it's in the best hands that it could be in with Brian Fuller. He's got a really good track record. I don't know, man. It's a fine line with Friday the 13th stuff. I think if they make it too complicated, then it's no longer Friday the 13th. But if they keep it simple, then I don't know how they're going to do more than a handful of episodes. So, I don't know. Don't know how that's going to work out. It's in good hands. They've been guaranteed at least one season by Peacock, and Brian Fuller has claimed that he has 5 seasons worth of storylines. So, I see you didn't shave the beard. Good choice. Well, I mean, the beard hides my ugliness. Although I did, oh my God. I don't know if I should share this with you guys or not. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to share this with you guys anyway. Let me send this picture to myself, and then I'll share it with you all. All right, here we go. You want to see, we're going to go way back here. We're about to go way back. You guys are going to see. I'm just going to bring it up. Here we go. Why is that so big? So this is College Piz. That is College Piz right there. Check out the sideburns. Check out the two-tone hair. You know, that was College Piz right there. That was a long, long time ago. Just a child. Just a child before the cruel realities of this existence broke me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Black eye. Does it look like I've got a black eye? It does kind of look like I got a black eye, doesn't it? Let me see. I think that might just be... I think that might just be something with the image. So I actually found a couple of more old pics of myself from that event, and I don't believe there's a black eye. If I can find them. Where'd those go? Let's see. Well, you can't. This is a different side. Here's the original one. No, I don't know. I think that might just be like a shadow kind of effect. Yeah. So, I mean, keep in mind, this is a picture of a picture. So, but yet that was me in, I might have been like a freshman, maybe a sophomore at the time in college. So, yes, Manny, I had seen Invisible Maniac at that point. I'm pretty sure I'd seen Invisible Maniac at that point. Pretty sure. All right, Sam, take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. Piz the college years. Yeah, man. Wow. No, my college was so small, we didn't even have fraternities or sororities or anything like that. So, but yep, that was me a long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Looking suave? Well, thank you. Thank you. I was a suave character back then, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. Drop a like in the stream for College Piz. Drop a like on the stream for College Piz. Dalton asks, do you prefer a great werewolf movie or a great vampire movie? Um, eh, I would say vampire movie, but I would love to see a new great werewolf movie. We've not had a great werewolf movie in a long time. Well, The Cursed. I mean, I loved that movie from last year, but we need more great werewolf movies. Oh, here's a good one from Dylan. How excited are you for Eli Roth's Thanksgiving? We are in need of more holiday horror films like this. I'm shocked it's taken Eli this long to come around on it. I mean, people have been begging for his Thanksgiving movie for years, and he's just, remaking Death Wish, which nobody wants, or we want Thanksgiving. So give us Thanksgiving. All will be carved. Hey, Gabriella, how are you? Favorite werewolf movie? That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, the two biggies are American Werewolf in London and The Howling. Although I watch The Howling 2 more often than the first Howling, because that's just my kind of movie. I don't know. I guess I'd go with The Howling right now, but I love all those damn Howling movies. Even the really bad ones, I still like them. I think The Howling 3 is really underrated. The marsupials. I think that's really underrated. I'm going to pretend not to be jealous of the fact that your hair is somehow even more glorious in your older age while mine is thin as an MF. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky. I have, but I see, I wash my hair every day. I wash and condition my hair every day. Because if I don't, I just feel dirty. So I wash it and condition it every day. Otherwise, I feel dirty, and I can't stand that. What do we have? We had pizza for dinner tonight. Jeremy wanted pizza, so we had some pizza. I agree, Ken. We definitely need a Howling box set. That is for sure. We need a nice Howling Blu-ray box set, and I want commentaries and making ofs for all of those movies. I want him to track down that dude. What's the guy's name who produced a bunch of the latter ones and he directed the very last one? He's an Aussie. What's that dude's name? They need to track Clive Turner. They need to track down Clive Turner, because I want to hear him talk about all of those latter Howling movies, how they got made, what the production was like, But we definitely need a Howling box set. Howling box set is long, long overdue. Yes. Yes. Bad Moon's not bad. Bad Moon's okay. It's got some issues, but it's enjoyable. Silver Bullet is great. I mean, Silver bullet's pretty good. Do I use beard oil? Yes. Yes, I do use beard oil. Who would be your ideal director if we would ever get a Howling reboot? Oh, good question. How about, I don't know, how about Ty West? Or how about a Howling movie directed by Robert Eggers? Robert Eggers is doing his Nosferatu movie. How about a Robert Eggers Wolfman? Or, the guy who did the It movies was supposed to be doing a Howling remake. I wonder if that's still happening. Andy Muschietti. I wonder if that's still happening. I've not heard anything about that in a while. I know that was supposed to happen. Let's see if that's still on the horizon. I don't see it listed here anymore. Maybe the Howling remake fell through. I'm guessing it fell through. And I think it was supposed to be like a streaming thing too. So back in 2020, it was announced that the Howling remake was happening at Netflix. But apparently something's happened. It's not happening anymore. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing. Late Phases was good. That was a good werewolf movie. There's a werewolf movie that came out a couple of years ago that had Robert Forster in it. That one was good too. It's called something Wolf of something Creek or something, I think, like that. Let me look it up here. It was one of Robert Forster's final roles. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. That one was pretty good. I've been in possession of a cut of Wes Craven's Cursed that nobody's ever, some people have seen it, but I've been in possession of it for quite some time. And I've only really watched like the first 15, 20 minutes of it though. Any interest in the new Brandon Cronenberg film Infinity Pool? Yeah, I'd like to see Infinity Pool, but I'll probably end up waiting until it hits streaming. So I don't know if it's playing anywhere near me. I know it's not playing near me. I'd have to take a drive to go see it. Yeah, it's playing. I guess relatively near me, but it would require a drive. I've heard pretty wild things about that movie. Does your Nightmare on Elm Street Blu-ray box set have behind the scenes? I don't know if the Blu-ray set does. I know the old DVD set had a lot of behind the scenes stuff, had a lot of making of stuff and interviews and commentaries, and like that old DVD set was really good. Like that's one of the best. That DVD set was a million times better than the Friday the 13th DVD set. That was actually a really good set for Nightmare on Elm Street back in the day that had the flipper cases. I don't even know about the Blu-ray set, to be honest. No idea. Oh, that's a good question from Scratch Burno. You're programming a sold-out triple feature. What do you have for your opener, middle, and closer? Oh, man. Gosh, that's a tough question. Oh. I've got to think about that one. What's a werewolf movie with bad CGI? Bad Moon. That one's got some pretty terrible CGI. Some pretty terrible CGI in it. A sold out triple feature. Gosh. I'd probably do, one of them would be Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. And I'd have Eric there to come up and introduce the movie. Let's see. What would be another good one? Well, if we're talking about my favorites, I mean, The Burning would probably have to be in there somewhere too, because I love that movie so much. I don't know. Closing things out would probably be either, I don't know, Fright Night 2 or The Lost Boys. That Nightmare box set is the one I've never been able to part with. That's because it's really good. It's a really good box set. And like there's this weird, it's got this feature to it where like it's like this I don't remember it exactly, but you're like playing this little game where you're traveling around inside of the dream world, and you're finding all these different little extras and stuff that you can click on. And I mean, they really put a lot of effort into that box set, which is surprising considering how little effort they put into the Blu-ray set. Oh, I wish we could get the Night Flyer on Blu-ray Wild Wrangler. That'd be great. Go with the Summer Party Massacre trilogy. Always fun. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. That'd be a good triple bill. There's Phil's creepy videos. How you doing, man? I will definitely say hi to Jeremy. Phil's got a great YouTube channel. If you guys aren't familiar with Phil, he's got an incredible collection. Awesome collection. You guys should go and check him out. You're seeing Infinity Pool tomorrow, Manuel? Videodrome is great. Yeah, that's one of Cronenberg's best movies. That's one of Papa Cronenberg's best movies. I've not watched the trailer for The Boogeyman yet. I don't know. The flipper cases are okay, I guess. I was never a big fan of the flipper cases. What's funny though, the flipper cases are actually more durable than the plastic cases. Cause I mean, some of those plastic cases, I mean, they're so thin and cheap, you drop them and they're just going to break. The flipper cases were at least a little more durable. So, yeah, I mean, I was never a big fan of the flipper cases, but I mean, they, a lot of people love them. A lot of people would prefer that they stuck with the flipper cases. You just got around to watching Terrifier 1 and 2 and didn't realize they were going to be as bloody disgusting as they were. They are bloody disgusting, that is for sure. And just a reminder, I will be re-reviewing the original Terrifier very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We've got some more physical media to open. Man, I love, if you love physical media, drop a like on the stream. If you love physical media. Hey, Brian Sanchez, how are you doing? This is the Dentist Collection. The Vestron Collector Series Dentist Collection, Dentist 1 and the Dentist 2. And again, I mean, the Vestron Collector Series, man, they are killing it with these releases, and the price point on these releases are just unbeatable. Like, there's lots of extras on here for these two releases. 2 movies on this, and I'm betting both of them, both have their own discs. Is that right? Feels like both of them have their own disc. Well, let's see. Nico, how you doing, man? Thank you for that $10 super chat. That is very, very kind of you. Evening, Teach. Sorry I'm late. That's all right. Hope you've been well. Thank you. They both have their own disc. Lots of new extras. And this thing was like $11. $11, $12. I mean, you can't beat that. If any other distributor had put this thing out, 2 movies, 2 discs, lots of new extras, bare minimum, this would have been $30 to $35 at least. At least. So, God bless the Vestron Collector Series. And lovely artwork there on the slip too. Lovely artwork. Looking forward to revisiting the Dentist movies. I do not have a 3D printer. No, sir. But Nico, this shot is for you, my man. Thank you for your generosity. Cheers. Also, who won that playoff game? Did the Bengals win? If the Bengals won, my buddies are happy. They're celebrating in their house right now. If they lost, my buddies are very upset right now, I'm sure. Oh, by the way, how could I forget to... that fresh physical media. Smells so good. Fresh physical media. I love it. Love it. The Chiefs got in. Oh, my buddies are gonna... they're not happy right now. They are not happy right now. Kansas City won by 3. Did it come right down to the wire too? Mm. Wolf Cop is okay. I mean, Wolf Cop was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I saw both the Dentist movies way back in the day. As a matter of fact, I think the first Dentist movie might have been the very first DVD I bought back in the day. As a matter of fact, I'm positive The Dentist was the very first DVD I bought back in the day. And I actually subjected The Dentist 2 to a group of people who'd never seen The Dentist before. And I just laughed hysterically the whole time while they were like, It was so funny. But what's even funnier is they didn't try to stop the movie. They didn't try to leave. They didn't really they were having a good time, but they were also like being, like, I mean, The Dentist for some people is really like a nightmare. And yeah, it was hilarious. Field goal with 9 seconds left. Oh my God. My poor buddies. They are heartbroken right now. Do you remember what your first DVD purchase was back in the day? Let me know. Beetlejuice is your first, Fight the Good Fight. My first 2 DVDs were Scream and Halloween. Nice. Do I prefer Dr. Giggles or The Dentist? Probably The Dentist, actually. Although I'm really excited for the Dr. Giggles Scream Factory Blu-ray. Your love of the Death Wish series propelled me to take all of them in. Death Wish 3. Death Wish 3 is just... Yeah. And I recently purchased the... that new 4K of the original Death Wish. Let's see. Swaggy wants to know how many total movies did you watch, old and new, in 2022? I really have no idea. I don't didn't really keep track. I've got a letterbox, but I really only use it to like keep track of like the better movies that I see that year. And occasionally I'll put a review on there too. But I mostly just use that to keep track of the good ones. Swaggy also asks, how do you keep track of the physical media you own with an Excel spreadsheet? No, I mean, maybe I do need some sort of system, but I just just put them back in the collection, or I mean, I've got stacks around here everywhere. So I'm not quite that not quite to that level of the spreadsheet. But I know some people do. I know some people like they organize their collections in alphabetical order and all that jazz, and I can't. I can't. I like to put mine in order. I like to lump mine together by distributor. So like all my Scream Factories are in one spot. All of my Vestron Collector series are in one spot. So like if I want to watch, Tenebrae, I'll go to where I've got my Synapse movies. And I'll, like that's how I keep them kind of organized, I guess. What's my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie? I think part 3, I think, is my favorite. But I love the first 3. You can't go wrong with any of the first 3. But for me, part 3 is just, I don't know, it's got this epic quality. It's got a big cast. It's got really good characters. The dream worlds are fantastic. Everything about that movie, I think, is just really well done. The special effects, the set design, that Dawkins song on the soundtrack, of course. I mean, that's incredible. I think that's just a great horror movie. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. Homegrown was your first DVD, Chester? First DVDs I ever bought were Anchor Bay's Bad Taste, Fight Club, Cannibal the Musical, and Killer Condom. Killer Condom, okay. Death Wish 2 is also my favorite of the Death Wish series. Kino did a good job with Death Wish 4K. I knew they would. That's why I bought it. I knew they'd do a good job with it. Friday the 13th was your first DVD, Horror Orman. Very nice. Very cool. I wonder what my first Friday the 13th DVD was. I wish I'd kept track of that. Jobu says Mystery Men was his first DVD. Okay. First DVD period was Spy Kids for Saturn Video. First horror DVD was Fright Night. Nice. SpongeBob, the movie, says Andy. Terry Gilliam's Brazil, says Kevin. Okay, cool. Movie Fan says Scream 2. All right, that's cool. House on Haunted Hill was your first DVD, Harold. Okay. The Superman Special Edition was your first, Gabriella. Okay. Homegrown, says Chester. Dave, you keep your movies in alphabetical order? Hey, more power to you, man. Revisited Hellraiser 2 last week, thinking of legally changing my name to Nico Chenard. That's a cool name. Changing your name to Nico Chenard would be very cool. Oh, by the way, Nico, I recently bought, I purchased the Arrow Blu-ray for Nightmare at Noon, the Nico Mastarakis film. The rubber that rubs you out. Is that the tagline for Killer Condom? It's got to be. And that's got to be like, what, is that a trauma? That's got to be a trauma movie, right? That's got trauma written all over it. You keep yours together by distributor, Derek? Movies Pro. Not sure what My Movies Pro. I've never heard of that. What is My Movies Pro? Oh, okay, that's an app. Okay. That's cool. Didn't Arrow do a Hellraiser 4K? No, that Steelbook was a Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that was just a Blu-ray. So yeah, I don't know why hasn't Arrow released a Hellraiser 4K. That seems like a gimme. Oh, I've seen Rubber about the killer car tire, Kevin. Yeah, I really liked that movie. I really liked it. Great app to keep track of your collection. Maybe I'll look into that. I remember Teeth. I remember that movie. A favorite trauma movie. Probably Terra Firma. No 4K for Hellraiser. That's funny. It's hard to believe Arrow's not done a 4K. It's got to be in the works, though. It's got to be in the works. I'd be shocked if that's not somehow in the works. Or maybe there's some sort of licensing issue. I don't know. Hey, Justin Moreno, how are you? What holder do you use to store all your movie posters? It is a crap. What's the company called? It's a portfolio. It's from a company called Baroque Portfolios. It's a really, really nice. It's intended for, like art, like, which, I mean, I've put art in it, of course. But Baroque Portfolios. It's not cheap, but it's really good quality. They give you lots of pages that you can put posters in front and back. And it's really nice quality. Okay. Yes, Rubber is about a killer tire. And it is definitely worth checking out. Yeah, I need to revisit Class of Nukem High and The Toxic Avenger. Both, it's been a long time since I've seen either of those. Your favorite Troma movie is Chosen One with Carmen Electra. Carmen Electra was in a Troma movie? I'm guessing this was a movie that Troma just distributed. I've not seen The Barn 2. I've seen The Barn. I don't remember that much about it, though. I do want to see Infinity Pool, but I'm probably going to have to wait until streaming. Which, I mean, the window between theatrical release and streaming is very short. So, I mean, it'll probably be on streaming soon. Movie fan, you saw LA AIDS Jabber today. A classic. Yes. Yes. It is. But now I've discovered a movie this year that I think is the new LA AIDS Jabber, or it's the LA AIDS Jabber of 2023. And it's called Maniac Driver. It's described as a Japanese giallo, and it's crazy. It's this close to being just a full blown porn, and I mean my jaw was on the floor pretty much the whole time. Incredible film, Maniac Driver. Just wow. You bought Maniac Driver, Punisher, Batman fan? I don't think you'll be disappointed. What couple releases are you looking forward to the most for 2020? Like, you mean among the ones that have been announced? With Dr. Giggles, I'm looking forward to that one from Scream Factory. I'm looking forward to the Arrow Lover's Lane release. The Haunting of Julia, aka Full Circle, is finally getting a Blu-ray release from both Imprint and Scream Factory. So I'm very excited about that. Of course, The Hitcher is coming out sometime this year on 4K. I've already pre-ordered the Martin 4K. So there's a bunch. Yes, I did. I liked Wildling, Dalton. I like Wildling. Yes, indeed. But yeah, Wildling is good. You should check that out. I don't know if I've seen City in Panic or not. We've got a new super chat. Bacon Pew Pew, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Piz, hope all is well. I have a question for you. How did you get the name pizowell? And also, have you seen Edge of the Axe? I love Edge of the Axe. I did a review of Edge of the Axe when it first came out. Well, I did a review of the Arrow Blu-ray when it first came out. And Edge of the Axe is a movie that I talked about for a while because it hadn't made the jump from VHS to any other format, in the US at least. So I was really excited when that one got a Blu-ray. But yeah, go check out those reviews. Love Edge of the Axe. Love that movie. And I actually told the pizowell story earlier this stream. That's interesting. I've been asked about that twice tonight. It's just a variation on my last name with is in it, because back in high school, that was around the time where rappers were putting is in the middle of everything, like saying, this is the shiznit and whatnot. So some guys on the baseball team just were one day like, pizzow. And there you go. But thank you, Bacon Pew Pew. I'm going to do a celebratory shot of the good doctor for you, my friend. Appreciate that very much. Cheers. Good stuff. By the way, Bacon Pew Pew, get in touch with me. And Nico, you too. I've got some magnets here I will send to you. I've got the PWO. I've got Jeremy as Taco Man. Go get Taco Bell. And I have got pizza with me and Jeremy on it. So give me a holler, and I'll send you a magnet or two of your choice. And if you'd like them signed, just let me know. Someone's calling me here. Hold on. Hello? Is this a joke? Yes, I like scary movies. Oh, you're funny. You're outside my house right now? Okay, well, come on in. Come on in. I got a couple of friends here who'd like to meet you. You've probably heard of them. Their last name's Smith and Wesson. Yeah. I've also got a very large friend here who'd love to meet you too. His name is Mossberg. Come on in. Yeah. The back door's unlocked. I always keep the back door unlocked. Okay, come on in. All right. Think you can scare me. Anyway. Baseball, what position did you play? I played first base, I played third base, I played the outfield a little bit, and I played, I pitched a little bit too. Never been to California. Someday I'd like to go. You know, see the Walk of Fame. Jeremy'd love the Walk of Fame. He'd just be pointing at all the stars, like, you know, because he would know all of them. You know, see the Myers house, see the Kruger house, Nancy's house. You know, it'd be fun. When the Chia Michael reaches its full potential, what happens? I guess the stuff dies. I don't know. And then you scrape it off of there and you put the new seeds on and you start over. You can't find the doctor, Ross? Oh, man, that's too bad. That's too bad because the good doctor... The good doctor, it cures what ails you. It cures what ails you. Bacon Pew Pew, you recently picked up Edge of the Axe.
Man, you are
Cool.
one scared cat. They call me Reggie the Reckless.
Bacon Pew Pew, thank you for becoming a channel member. Very kind of you. You are now officially one scared cat. Nope, didn't watch the Royal Rumble. Put a rune on it next time and it might grow a Bob Ross fro? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to replant it though. Once the I think those have probably reached you know, they've grown as much as they're going to grow, and I think those toward the front of the head just aren't going to grow for whatever reason. I don't know, but when I replant, I'm going to be very painstaking and spread the seeds out thoroughly and evenly so that we can get the fro. Boogie Manny, how are you, sir? Gabrielle, you went to the Baseball Hall of Fame years ago. Nice place. I've never been. Cooperstown. Never been. Nope, don't collect laser discs. I've got a couple, but I mean, just like I've got Friday the 13th, The New Beginning. That's really the only one I've got. I bought it just because it was for the new beginning, or a new beginning. Yeah, Burial Ground is getting a 4K. That is happening, Nico. That is happening. I'm excited about. I think that's coming this year. So, yep, that's happening. We'll get to see the great Peter Bark in glorious 4K. I can't wait. Cannot wait. So I want to get your all's opinion on something. So what I've been kicking around an idea. For, like maybe for one Sunday night stream a month, have like guests on, like bring on one or two guests. If I have a number of topics to discuss, I can kind of, we can have some banter. But definitely not every week, just maybe once a month or something like that. Bring on a guest or two. And again, not too many, just a couple. And just kind of bounce topics off each other, or just shoot the bull or whatever. And, maybe have some special guests on too. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, probably not going to pick up the Rob Zombie Halloween masks from Trick or Treat Studios. I do want to get the Corey Cunningham Scarecrow mask. And they had the what was it called? It was called the it was just called The Mask. But that it's not in the catalog anymore. So I guess maybe there was some sort of licensing dispute or something. I don't know. I'd be down with a guest. You and Christian are great together. I think that'd be pretty cool. CHH. Guests are always fun. I say yes. Has Nick? Yeah, Nick's been on the channel before. Yep, he's joined me for at least a couple of patron streams. I'm pretty sure. So, just mix it up and, I think that'd be fun. Arthur on the Rocks. Thank you for the $4 super chat. Cheers from the Big Apple. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. How's the weather up in the Big Apple? Always enjoy your guests. Sunday night Coco Carnage sounds great. Well, I mean, Nico, you'd have to jump on and join me for one of those one time. That'd be fun. Maybe get you and Christian on. I think that'd be fun. We need more bass. There'll be some more bassy Sundays, I promise. I actually recorded some guitar stuff. Let me see if I can find that. I'd meant to post it, but I've been trying to, my amp is supposed to be able, I should be able to connect my amp to my computer and then play directly into the computer, but I don't know what the issue is. I've tried different USB cables and I can't get it to work. So I don't know what the deal is with that. And like recording it through my phone and stuff, sometimes that just, Sometimes that just doesn't sound very good, and I don't know. But I recorded this the other day. If that was too loud, I'm sorry. But I've tried to figure. I just can't figure it out. And my amp also has Bluetooth on it, so maybe I should try the Bluetooth. I don't know. I've got a Fender amp that's got all these different like settings on it. Like I can create like a shoegazy kind of sound, or I can create like a very thrash metal kind of sound, or I can create like a just different kind of sounds that are pre-programmed into the amp. And yeah, but I can't get it connected to my PC. I can play some Deftones songs on bass. Like I could play, I've not played them in a long time though. Like I could play Your Own Summer, or My Own Summer. I could play Birthmark, Change in the House of Flies. Be Quiet and Drive's really easy. Be Quiet and Drive's just a lot of open chords, open strings, open notes. So that one's pretty easy. I'm doing good, Drum Smash. I'm doing good. The beer mug, I just threw the beer mug down there. Every time there's like a super chat or a new subscriber or a new follower on Twitch or whatever, like the beer mug fills up. So it's a Fender Mustang amp. Yeah, that's it, Andy. You're right. Fender Mustang amp. There's Garrett in the chat. Garrett, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Like Garrett is somebody I would bring on for like one of these Sunday night streams. He'd be a good guest. And Garrett recently did a tour of his movie room, and his movie room's killer. Do Meshuggah next? Oh, I love Meshuggah. I've not checked out The Last of Us yet. The only Deftones song I know on guitar is Minerva. That's a good one. It's a good song. Can you do a John Otto and take it to the Matthews Bridge? Oh, God. Here's a question from Manuel. What do you think of Jamie Lee Curtis finally getting an Oscar nomination? Would that have been the movie in her filmography you would have chosen to recognize her for? Didn't she get nominated for A Fish Called Wanda? I thought she did. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And I'm happy that she got nominated for an Oscar. That's cool. I'm happy for her. Do I recommend a good ghost face mask? I really don't know that much about the ghost face masks, to be honest. Do you trust purchasing autographs on eBay? Not really. I mean, I would only trust autographs that you get at conventions. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who who go to conventions and get multiple things signed so they can sell them on eBay. But I mean, you're always taking that risk on eBay that you're getting, you're getting a phony. Jobu, am I a fan of Twin Peaks and David Lynch in general? Yes, I like a lot of David Lynch's movies. Blue Velvet. I love Blue Velvet. I love Lost Highway. Mulholland Drive. I love The Straight Story too. Great movie. Yeah, I mean, I've liked pretty much most of his movies. The only Lynch movie that I really dislike is Inland Empire. I couldn't finish that movie. That was Jamie Lee's first Oscar nom. Okay. Well, good for her. Good for her. I'm happy for her. I've not seen Everything All at Once or whatever it's called, but I've heard it's really good. Do I like Denis Villeneuve? Yes, I do. Yes, I've liked just about all of his movies. Yeah, I got about an hour into Inland Empire and like nothing had happened. And I checked to see how much longer it was, and there was still like an hour and something left, and I went, no, I'm done. I love Just Before Dawn, Matt. Love Just Before Dawn. Yeah, I've always liked Fire Walk with Me too. I never understood what the criticism was of that movie. I've always liked it. Inland Empire is your favorite, Matt. Wow. Okay. All right. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I think it's like 3 hours. LOL. Went to a screening of it once. Yeah, I was over an hour into it, and I was like, man, there's just nothing going on here. And I checked to see how much longer it was, and it was, there was still plenty of time. There was more time left than what I'd watched, and I was already an hour in, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm done. I love Lynch, but I can't handle that. I actually, my favorite Lynch movie may actually be Lost Highway, though. I really like Lost Highway. Got some Coke Zero and Stoli going in my my thermos here. Got the Good Doctor going. Feeling good tonight. Feeling good. I don't know if I'd say I really... Children of the Corn, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. What is your favorite or two favorite Argento films? Ooh. I'd say my favorite Argento is Deep Red. And if I can pick two, it'd be Deep Red and probably Tenebrae. So there you go. Inland Empire is what happens when David Lynch makes a movie without a script. Yeah. All right, Bacon Pew Pew, take care, man. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. What's my favorite Fortnite dance move? Man, there's so many. There's just so many. I can't narrow it down to just one. Favorite Bronson kill in the Death Wish series? That would have to be the guy in Death Wish 2 that Bronson asks him. Bronson sees he's wearing a big cross on his chest. And Bronson asks him if he believes in Jesus. And the guy goes, "Yes, I do." And Bronson goes, "Well, you're going to meet him." And then blows him away. I love that. Love that. I think that's my favorite scene in all of the Death Wish series. Bronson's just so cold in that moment. You believe in Jesus? How are you going to meet him? Jeff, Region Free is on an extended hiatus. Season 3 of Twin Peaks is your favorite Lynch to date. I've not seen any of season 3 of Twin Peaks. Heard good things, but not seen it. Favorite Chuck Norris movie? Ooh. Man, that's a tough one. Probably Sidekicks. Manuel, thank you for the additional $2 super chat. To piggyback, favorite score from an Argento film? Ooh, that's a good one. I'd say Deep Red. I'd go with Deep Red. The guy blown up with the bazooka in Death Wish. Well, there's so many great kills in Death Wish 3. The giggler, that's a great kill. The bazooka kill at the end, of course, that's a great kill. What's up, MNK777 and Kev24? How you guys doing? There's so many great kills in Death Wish. Bronson wipes out an entire generation in Death Wish 3. There's just so many great kills. MNK777, Goodfellas or Casino? Goodfellas. I love both, but Goodfellas is the better movie. That first Terrifier steelbook is worth its weight in gold? Over $3, really? Wow. I've actually never seen the Mechanic remake, Dalton. Jeremy made friends when he was in school. Doesn't really keep up with any of them, but he made friends in school. The Phenomena score is good. Watch Death Wish in 4K today. It looks fantastic, and they smartly left some film grain in the way it should be. That's good to hear. Good to hear. My Death Wish 4K is on the way. Any news on Stoned Age upgrade? I wish. That movie desperately needs a Blu-ray or a 4K. Desperately. I've tried to, I've made a case for it with Vinegar Syndrome. The ball's in their court. We'll see what happens. Favorite Argento score, Stendhal Syndrome, followed by Tenebrae. Both good. Both are good. Favorite Argento score is Suspiria. That's a good one. Another one for Suspiria. That's a great score. Jobu says Tenebrae. Yeah. Got JK here in the chat with us tonight. JK, how you doing, sir? Most anticipated movies of this year, asks JK. I don't know. Something about Evil Dead Rise has struck a chord in me. I think that looks good. I want to see Evil Dead Rise. I'm intrigued by the Salem's Lot remake. I want to see the Salem's Lot remake. It got bumped and bumped again, but I've heard that it had really positive test screenings. So I think that's a good sign. Let's see. Aside from that, yeah, Infinity Pool, but I'm probably just going to wait to streaming to see that one. Jeremy's dying to see Scream 6, so we'll definitely go and see that one when it comes out. Whenever Salem's Lot gets announced, as far as a release date, Jeremy will be all over that one. So that's probably about it. Ever taken Jeremy to a concert? No. If it was like a Smashing Pumpkins concert, he'd probably love that though. Although, I don't know, it might get too loud for him. I don't know. We haven't crossed the concert bridge yet. CRM Films, how you doing? Just got word Lisa Loring, the original Wednesday Addams, has passed away. Sad news. Oh, that is sad. Well, R.I.P. to Lisa Loring. Do I think Manhunter will ever get a 4K? Yeah, I'm sure Scream Factory's working on that. Bill Nightbloom, how are you, sir? What if Dirty Harry was working the Death Wish vigilante murders? Well, that would be an interesting crossover. Dirty Harry and Death Wish. Although, you know Dirty Harry would get along with Kersey. They'd be like, they'd be like two peas in a pod. A couple of bugs in a rug. They'd get along well, I'm sure. So what's your all's plans for the rest of your Sunday night? You guys going to be watching any movies? You're going to be, hanging out with that special someone? Going to go to bed early? What's the plans? See if I've missed anything in the Q&A. Thoughts on The Prowler? I like The Prowler a lot. I actually revisited The Prowler probably about a week or two ago. And great effects in that one from Savini. Really great effects in that one from Savini. And just a fun, old school slasher movie that I think is a little better. It's a little bit better than people give it credit for. How much of the new Scream do you think will take place in New York? I would say at least, the majority of it has to, right? At least 80%. 85%. Bedtime for Chester. Last of Us, says Rob. Sunday night is classic old Columbo episode night. Comfort film. Cool. Work LOL and watch some of your physical media videos. Oh, that's cool, Dalton. My only plan is to go to bed. 8 a.m. class tomorrow. Ugh. See, when I was in college, I avoided... The earliest class I would want to take is 10 a.m. That's it. I mean, there were some, you had to take, you know what I mean? Like the core classes or whatever. Some of those would be at 8 a.m., but when it got to the point where I was creating my own schedule, I mean, there was just nothing earlier than 10. And as many night classes as I could get. I loved night classes. Going to try and watch The Black Phone later. Okay. You think Matthew Lillard is reprising his role as Stu? I doubt it. Thoughts on Fatal Games? I like Fatal Games. That's a fun little slasher. It definitely needs a new release. I'm not sure why. I mean, that seems like I mean, that movie's got Vinegar Syndrome written all over it. Scream 6 will most likely take place on a cruise ship, and then the last 10 minutes will take place in Vancouver, doubling as New York. That's a possibility. I mean, you never know. I used to have a TV in my bedroom, but I don't anymore. I rarely used it. So, just took it out of there. Yeah, night classes were fun. I mean, one class a week. They were supposed to be like 3.5 hour classes, but nobody ever kept you 3.5 hours. And you could sleep all day. Get up, go to your night class. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah, those early classes, 8 a.m. My God, what a... horrible. But yeah, Fatal Games, I'm surprised that one's not already got, a new release. I'm sure Vinegar Syndrome's looked into it. I do know that TerraVision, Brad Henderson, who used to work for Vinegar Syndrome, who's now working for TerraVision, is trying to get the rights to a bunch of like early 2000s direct-to-video slashers. So that's exciting. Irvy96, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Love your Sunday night streams. Thoughts on Kill Her Goats with Kane Hodder? I just found out about Kill Her Goats, like, I think not very long ago. And it sounds pretty interesting. So I didn't watch any of the trailers or anything. I just kind of read the plot synopsis, and I thought it looked pretty interesting. So I'll see it whenever it comes out, March 13th. I will see that. And Kane Hodder plays Goatface. Oh, and here's a picture of Goatface. Huh. Okay. Oh, well, there's a picture of the star of the movie in a denim bathing suit. Alrighty. So yeah, whenever that comes out, I'm sure I'll watch it. I'm also looking forward to that Winnie the Pooh movie whenever that thing comes out. Cocaine Bear comes out soon. I'm excited for Cocaine Bear. I'm not sure when exactly it's coming out, but it's coming out soon. Blood Delirium. That one sounds familiar. Blood Delirium. I don't think I've seen it. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it. You had a class on Sunday? Ooh. At 8 a.m.? Oh. That should be... That's inhumane. ...2023 will be the year of Betsy Russell, Cheerleader Camp, and Tomboy in 4K. I mean, my fingers are crossed for Cheerleader Camp. That's for sure. I don't know what happens when it fills up. That's a good question. The cup, I mean. I don't know. Blood and Honey comes out February 15th. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Are movie theaters more empty now since 2020? That's what I'm hearing. I've not been to a movie theater since October of 2019. Well, I pretty much exclusively only go to matinees. So matinees are hit and miss. Top 3 Al Pacino movies. MNK7777. It's a good question. I would say, for me personally, Heat, Cruising, and throw The Godfather 2 in there. Why not? Why not? What's Jeremy's favorite game show? Jeopardy. 100% Jeopardy. I saw the horror Bring It On, Michael Sullivan. It's a slasher. I did not care for it. They're making a Bambi horror movie? Okay. It is a Winnie the Pooh. It's a movie where Winnie the Pooh is the killer. And like the other little creatures, I don't know. It looks crazy, but I'll watch it. The Oily Maniac. No, I've never seen The Oily Maniac. Sounds interesting, though. Thoughts on Martin Scorsese? And what's your favorite movie of his? I like Scorsese. He's directed a lot of great movies. My favorite... it's either Taxi Driver or Goodfellas. I love them both, though. I don't know. I can't pick one or the other. I love them both. It's either Taxi Driver or Goodfellas. Thoughts on the Scream sequels? I'm not a big fan of the Scream sequels, to be honest. My favorite Scream sequel would probably be, I guess, Part 2. Although that the final act with the back-to-back, like 40-minute killer monologue, it just kills it for me. Everything up to that point I'm fine with, but that's too much. Just too much. Scream 3 I didn't care for. Scream 4 I really didn't care for. Scream 5 I thought was okay until right up to the end, and then it kind of just became Scream 1 again. So, yeah. And it is very sad that we did not get a Bronson Chuck Norris canon movie in the 80s. That's true. Jobu. Very true. Any 2000 slashers you hope TerrorVision nabs the rights to? Yeah, there's a movie called Frightmare, aka Paranoid, that I have a soft spot for. There's a movie called The Pool that I remember being okay. So there's two. Alex Trebek that's true. Alex Trebek was the man. Jeremy, I didn't know after Alex Trebek passed away. I was like, I don't know if Jeremy's going to even want to watch Jeopardy anymore, but he's stuck with it. He still loves it. Watches it every weekday night. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do at least a couple of conventions this year, I'm sure. Probably do Scarefest again this year. And there was a convention in Tennessee that I wanted to do. I forget what it's called, but they had booked Joe Bob. But Joe Bob's canceled. So I don't know if I'm going to do that one or not. But definitely, I'd say most likely Scarefest again. Code of Silence Code of Silence would probably be, in all honesty, Code of Silence is probably my favorite Chuck Norris movie. Silent Rage is also good. No, Drew Carey's not the host. It's Mayim Bialik and John Carpenter. But not that John Carpenter. No, that's not him. What's the guy's name that won? It's Mayim Bialik and I can't believe I forgot his name. He was a big winner on the show years ago. People like him. He's kind of dry for me, you know. Just doesn't have much of a personality, but yeah, I don't know if the viewership has dropped or not since Trebek passed away. I imagine probably at least a little bit. And the John Carpenter guy, I think he was on Millionaire, not Jeopardy. I don't remember. What is that guy's name that hosts Jeopardy now? Gosh, I can't believe I've forgotten his freaking name. Ken Jennings. Yeah, my God. Ken Jennings. How could I have forgot his name? So Mayim Bialik, who played Blossom on the show Blossom many years ago. I'm sure everybody remembers Blossom. And Ken Jennings, who was a big winner on Jeopardy years ago. Yep, Ken Jennings. Barbara Steele's supposed to be at Texas Frightmare. I know. Yep. Texas Frightmare has a pretty good lineup this year. I don't know. That's quite a journey for me, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe pass through Nolans. I've never been to Nolans. I've been through Louisiana, but we didn't go through New Orleans. So, see New Orleans would be fun. All right, future dead camper, take care. Have a good one. Hey, there's Joey. How you doing, man? Hola, mi amigo. Thank you all for 81 likes on the stream, by the way. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. Because I haven't seen Cruising, but just searched for it after you mentioned it, and it looks really good and intriguing. I'd have to check it out. Are you a fan of The Godfather 1? Yeah, I mean, I like both. I even have a soft spot for Godfather 3. Godfather and Godfather 2, I mean, they're great movies. But Godfather 2 is more, well, I guess you could go either way with Pacino, really, with the Godfather movies. He's great in both of them. But Cruising is really, I love Cruising. That's a great movie. And it's the kind of movie that really, I mean, it sticks with you. It makes you think. All right, Swaggy, take care, man. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Good night, 345 Kimbo. Have a good one. You're very welcome, my man Swaggy. You're very welcome. Yeah, visiting New Orleans around Halloween would be cool. Although I've been warned, like, you know, don't go there. Don't go anywhere near there during Mardi Gras. Just don't. Ah, Nico, you saw Cruising in the theater 3 times when it opened. Ah, that's awesome. Wow, that is cool. Wild Wrangler, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Why did they choose Ken Jennings? I think he was a big winner years ago, and I don't know. He's a nice, likable guy. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's just kind of dry, and maybe he's newer to it, so maybe he'll loosen up and come out of his shell a little bit. But I mean, you can tell he's, like Maya Bialik is really natural, and, but she's an actress and she's been acting for years. So, I mean, it's just, no problem for her. But I mean, Ken Jennings is just a normal guy. So, it'll take some time, I think, for him to come out of his shell. Best place to vacation for Halloween is Salem. Yeah, I'd like to visit Salem too. I'd like to visit Salem too. That's all right, Antonis. No problem, man. I like Insomnia a lot, Dalton. And Pacino's really good in it. But yeah, I've been warned by a couple of people. Like, if you come to New Orleans, don't come here during Mardi Gras. Like, it's very, very dangerous. I'm going to do one final shot for you guys because I've had so much fun hanging out with y'all tonight. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Sunday night. So here's one final shot of the Doctor for everybody before we call it for this evening. Cheers to everybody, wherever you are. Thanks for hanging out. Good stuff. I've not seen Devil Times 5, but it's in my queue on Shudder, or it's in my lit to watch list on Shudder. Mayim was in Pumpkinhead. Was she? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Pumpkinhead. By the way, how you doing, Hillbilly Tech? The car. I know I've seen the car. I don't remember much about it, though. Great stream. Thank you, movie fan. I remember that, Manuel. Yep. He used his phone a friend to call his dad to say, "Hey, I'm about to be a millionaire." Like how? I mean, that's pretty smooth. He gets to the final question and he's like, I want to use one of my lifelines. I want to call my dad. Dad answers and he goes, "Don't worry about it, Dad. I got it. I just want to let you know I'm about to be a millionaire." And then he answers the question. That was pretty, that was gangsta. That's pretty gangsta. I went a week before Mardi Gras wasn't too bad. Okay. Great hanging with the horror fam on Sunday night. Peace, Piz, and pals. Always a great stream, Piz. Thank you. Cheers, Piz, and everyone. Man, you must be feeling that. Well, I just have a great tolerance. Just got a great tolerance. Got the good doctor here. I got my Coke Zero and Stoli with me tonight. I've been sipping on. And, got the antioxidants flowing. I'm feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling happy. Yeah. So, all right, let me do some shout outs here. Let me see. We've got Kev24M, MNK7777, and the PlayStation 9 who tuned in over on Twitch. Thank y'all for hanging out with me over on Twitch tonight. Shout out to Manuel Villarreal for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Horror Orman, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Future Dead Camper, for being a channel member for 5 months. Thank you, Nico, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Bacon Pew Pew, for the $5 super chat and for becoming a new channel member. Thank you. Arthur on the Rocks, thank you for the $4 super chat. Child of the Corn, thank you for the $1.99. Manuel, thank you for the additional $2 super chat. And thank you, Irvy96 for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that very much. Let's see who's still with me here on Twitch. On YouTube, we got Michael Sullivan, Joe Boo, Drum Smash 88, Bill Nightbloom, Dallas Jones, Justin Smith. We got Dave. We got Hillbilly Tech, Usu. There's Nico. There's Ross. There is Michael G. Wild Wrangler, Swaggy, 345 Akimbo, or 345 Kimbo. Joey. There's Future Dead Camper, Scratch Burno, JK. Kevin Dudley, Gabriella Valentine, The Horror Fanatic 81, Alex Bacon, Antonis. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And I expect, we'll have some guests on in the future, a couple of guests at a time, something like that, at least maybe once a month. And, we'll it'll be fun. So one last time here, let me see. There's College Piz. College Piz wishes you all a good night. And, oh, goodness. Well, y'all have a great rest of your night, and I will see you again very, very soon. Until then, peace.